Hey Bears fans, exclusive heat straight from our side of the lake. A veteran arm with postseason scars and a deep ball you can still hear hissing through the air has just stepped into Chicago's lane. And I'm walking you through the why, the how, and the what it changes before the window snaps shut. I'm not here to sell fireworks. I'm here to explain the architecture. Tonight, I'm laying out the real value in bringing stability to the quarterback room, the ripple effects on our offense in November weather, the numbers that make this move painless, and the exact scenario that flips leverage in our favor. You're going to get the full read, role, cost, timeline, and impact, because that's what we do here. Clarity for a fan base that hates fluff and loves football. Here's my promise in one breath. We upgrade the floor without touching the ceiling, we cover ourselves against the one thing that derails a playoff-caliber locker room, and we do it at a price that keeps our draft board intact. Now, let's talk fit before names. Luke Getsy might be gone, but the principles live. Play action structure, defined reads, and rhythm routes that ask the quarterback to operate on time, then punish compact coverage with selective shots. Our young star is the headline, the heartbeat, the future. But this league is cruel to unprotected plans, and one rolled ankle can turn momentum into scramble mode. Adding a steady veteran with command presence turns chaos into continuity. It lets the staff keep the playbook intact on a short week, it keeps receivers in their landmarks, and it tells a huddle full of men that the standard doesn't change on 3rd and 6. That's not romance, that's wins. You know the archetype I'm pointing to, a former franchise guy, now a specialist in pocket work and layered throws. Not the creator he once was, but still able to drive dig routes and drop moonshots outside the numbers when protection holds. The metrics this season in New York back that picture. Accuracy that comes in streaks, flashes of touch at the 3rd level, and a total profile that screams one thing. If you limit the chaos and keep him on schedule, he can get you in and out of games without breaking the operation. That's the job behind a young QB1 on a team with January ambitions. Scheme-wise, Chicago can make this comfortable quickly. The veteran lives best in clean drops, half-field reads, and designed answers versus zone. You pair him with heavy personnel when needed, dial up moving pockets only as a change-up, and let the quick game carry early downs while the run game forces safeties to be honest. With our receiver group rotating through roles, chain mover, separator, boundary bully, what you want behind the starter is someone who sees leverage, trusts the concept, and delivers the ball where the yards live. No hero ball, no vanity throws, just professional solutions. And the hidden value is in the 2-minute drill, a calm voice who gets the huddle quiet and keeps the sideline clock from turning into confusion. The locker room angle matters too. Veterans with pelts on the wall change meeting rooms. They rewire the standard for note-taking, show young skill guys how to run option routes with discipline, and they compress the install because they've lived every coverage disguise a coordinator can draw. That effect doesn't show in a box score. It shows in a Wednesday walkthrough where a mistake doesn't repeat because the backup corrected it on the fly. For a playoff chase, that's money in the bank. Now the business reality, the part that decides most trades. This move is soft on the cap and soft on compensation. The current number on the contract is friendly enough that adding him mid-season barely nudges the ledger, and the term is short, which means Chicago retains total flexibility in March. This is a rental with upside, not a mortgage on the future. And compensation lives in that same neighborhood, late day 3 pick range or a conditional swap tied to snap count, team performance, or playoff advancement. You're not breaking the piggy bank, you're buying insurance with a proven brand name on the policy. Why would New York even pick up the phone? Depth chart dynamics and timing. They've got a path to reshuffle their room without compromising their game day plan, and moving a veteran for a clean asset now is smarter than watching him walk in the offseason for nothing. For us, the equation is cleaner. Locked-in coaching points, familiar concepts, and a staff that can onboard fast. That speed of integration is the secret sauce of great deadlines. And because you're here for the real football talk, let's hit the tape tendencies. The veteran isn't going to outrun edge pressure or turn busted plays into highlight reels. That's not the expectation. What he still does is throw with pace and touch on layered concepts, deep crossers that split safeties, corner routes that stretch the red zone, and middle-of-the-field digs that punish linebackers who bite on play action. Give him structure, he'll give you chain movement. Give him a defense that takes the ball away, and he'll give you field position discipline. No reckless throws into robber looks, no panic balls laid across the middle.
That lowers volatility, which is exactly what you want behind a dynamic starter. Timeline matters because leverage lives in the final stretch before the deadline hits on Tuesday, November 4th at 4 p.m. EST. Values crystallize. Front offices stop maybe and start yes or no. Chicago's advantage is clarity. We know the role, we know the price, and the install is small. Protection calls, quick game menu, red zone tags, 2-minute script. That's a 3-day ramp if the player profile matches the room. That speed is the difference between a jersey on Sunday and a clipboard. Now, track the ripple through the roster. A stable backup lets the staff ride the run game with full commitment, knowing the pass menu doesn't evaporate if the depth chart gets tested. It frees the defense emotionally, too. Nothing weighs a sideline like feeling one injury away from a different season. With a veteran who's seen every third down trap, you maintain the same situational tempo, same cadence tricks, and the same answers to pressure. That keeps special teams pinned to their role and keeps the entire operation from turning into survival mode. Straight talk, he's not coming here to compete for QB1. He's coming to raise the floor of QB2 and give us command presence in moments that decide seeds. And if the starter misses a week, you can still beat teams in our weight class by playing precise, physical, complementary football. That's not a dream, that's the job description. You've waited for the moment, so here it is with full context and zero fluff. The New York Giants quarterback on that friendly number, the one whose experience matches exactly what we need behind our young star, is the target on Chicago's board. The path is open, the economics are aligned, the role is defined, and the move is live because it fits who we are trying to be in December. Russell Wilson to the Bears is the play on the table, and I'm telling you flat, for the right late pick, I greenlight it. Before I stamp this with my final line, I want your voice in the comments right now. Would you send a late selection to bring Wilson into the room, give him our 2-minute package, and sleep at night knowing the offense can function if the depth chart gets tested? Tell me how you'd deploy him. Heavy play action on early downs, quick game rhythm in the middle of the field, selective deep shots off max protect when the defense nosedives into the box? I'm reading everything because this community spots the real edges. My bottom line is clean and professional. The football case is solid. Minimal cost, quick integration, veteran command, and a defined role that protects the season without touching the future. The business case is just as good. Cap-friendly, short-term, easy exit if needed, and real upside if 2 or 3 crucial Sundays land in his hands. If the price stays in late-round territory and the medicals are straightforward, I make the call, and I make it now. Drop your take below, keep this tab locked for the next wave, and if you value straight, accountable Bears coverage, hit subscribe, tap like, and turn on alerts. This channel moves fast, and when Chicago acts, you'll get the breakdown here with the level of detail you deserve.